does anyone else find that if they are in any type of conversation or situation where any type of pressure is applied, you back away and you back out of this? Let me know if this resonates for you. And if this does, this is because you are not somebody that works off pressure. You are not somebody that is motivated off pressure. And this is why everything that has been taught up to now that is old paradigm teaching is no longer relevant. So the way people teach sales is no longer relevant. The way people teach coaching, or have been teaching coaching, myself and others are teaching it in the new paradigm way, all that stuff has not been working. And you feel this, right? I was literally having a conversation with someone else today, the other day, and they were trying to get me to sign up for their service. And up to this point, they had been lovely, they had been open, they had been welcoming. And I was actually considering signing up for the service. And then something just changed in them where, and I believe this is created by pressure on them as well to create sales, but something changed in our conversation and they started to push me. They started to say to me, well, if you don't do this, then da 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 da. Right? I'm not down with that shit. I have never been down with that shit. And I can even remember having this amazing kinesiology session with this woman who was very, very talented, clearly very talented. And we shifted loads in the session. And then at the end of the session, suddenly her persona changed and she turned into a bully. And she was bullying me into having another session with her. And it was exactly the same thing in my energy. Like right up to that point, I was like, wow, this is amazing. And I'm so ready for another session. And I'm going to have another session because this was really amazing. And then when that energy in her shifted and she wouldn't take no for an answer, because as soon as that shifted, I was straight up, no, I can't work with this woman again. As soon as that shifted in her energy, she just kept pushing. And when I said no, or I will let you know, that was not good enough for her. She kept pushing, she kept pushing, she kept pushing. So let me know in comments, have you had experiences of this in your life? And how did that make you feel? I want you to reflect on this. And this is basic energetics. This is basic energetics. And this is why these things do not work in this new paradigm. Because if you think about this as an energy that is pushing out, when you push out energy, you push something away. When you are receptive, open to somebody's truth, open to somebody's decision, neutral to somebody's decision, what that creates is a space in you to be receptive and for you to come forward, and vice versa. So if you're selling something right now, the best way for you to sell that thing is to take the aligned action and then pull back into complete neutrality, holding truth for others and creating that space for them to come to you. And those that are not energetically sensitive will be subject to the manipulation of sales tactics because they're not energetically sensitive and they don't feel it. But when you're energetically sensitive, you are sensitive to those nuances of that energy pushing to you and the energy pulling you in. And they feel like completely different things. Let me know in comments, do you feel that in your body? And this is why outdated sales tactics, or in fact any type of sales tactic and manipulation, do not work for you if you are sensitive, if you are empathic, if you are intuitive. And same, if you work with clients and they are sensitive, empathic, intuitive, any type of sales tactic or manipulation will not work with them. Of course, it will work if they are unhealed, and then you're going to call in very, very traumatized people. But if they are a healed empath, they're in tune with their, even in some sense, their sensitivities and their intuition, then the way for you to actually magnetize those people is to be yourself and honor their truth in any given moment. So I hope this helps someone today. Let me know if you've had this experience, because I had this experience recently and I was just like, oh my gosh, you're pushing me away, stop it. And I used to work in sales back in the day. I wasn't that good at it, but I used to sell shoes, and we had sales targets, and I used to ignore all the training and just be nice to people, and I ended up selling the most shoes. So I kind of found this out accidentally as well, like right back in the day in my teenage years. But let me know if this resonates.